Hey guys, Addict Cyclist. This is going to be a part 4, the hard truth on the tubeless versus TPU versus latex. So I'll be getting some comments in my last video, and I guess I wasn't clear enough with my I guess we'll call it feedback. So I'm not trying to dispute the data, right? So basically, tubeless is the fastest when you're looking at all the rolling resistance, whether it be Cycling Weekly, whether it's bicyclerollingresistance.com, whether it's Cycling Velo, whether it's there's another site up in the UK, drawing a blank right now. But there have been numerous articles and videos. I'm not here to dispute that. Tubeless is king when it comes to rolling resistance. However, I did state in the video that my perceived feeling of tubeless felt a little bit more sluggish, and I was referencing about the ability to spin over the tire, right? Spin over the cranks, that feeling of responsiveness. And I'm coming from that, saying that the TPU felt the most lively and felt very smooth and similar to tubeless. Yes, tubeless is the most comfortable platform to be on, but when it comes to the feeling that I'm personally looking for, and I was basically kind of sharing in the video, was that tubeless, typically has tires that if you're looking at 28 to 30 millimeters, you're looking at anywhere from 280 grams to 310 grams. That's just the tire, right? You add in the sealant, right? I zeroed this out before. Unfortunately, come on, it's in the video posting here, but basically I zeroed it out with just a cup, and then I poured in the sealant, and about a little over 2 ounces here, that's a lot of foam on there, came in at over 70 grams. So you take a 280 tire plus a 70 gram sealant, which is about a little over 2 ounces per tire, right? It comes in a lot heavier than it does using the same tire, right, at 280 grams plus a 25 gram TPU, right? Or a latex tube, which is basically kind of like on par with the sealant. So my point being is that when you've got rotational weight, right, mass that is rotating, right, unsprung weight, you always want to try to go for a light setup, right? And that's, again, personal preference, but in terms of how I'm riding and my riding style and my group rides, right, with how punchy they are, right? We're not working together as a team, right? We're trying to kill each other. It's almost like a race ride. There's gaps that are intentionally made. People stop pedaling in the middle of the ride, which is dangerous if you ask me, but it happens all the time. And it's a very punchy ride. There's sprints, so, and it's a drop ride, right? So no one's sticking together trying to kill a good time. So my average rides, the average speed over 40 miles an hour is 25 miles an hour. We've hit some 26 and a half a few times, but typically they're right around 24.8 to 25.5. That's what we're riding for 40 miles. So what I'm looking for personally is a responsive feeling, and tubeless for me with the added weight, right, of a heavier tire, right, because of more rubber, more puncture repetition. It's got to be more airtight, right, with additional sealant at 70 grams, right? It's a heavier setup, and I'm feeling that extra mass when I'm trying to spin the cranks over to close a gap or to bridge. Yes, overall, over a period, of a distance, yes, tubeless will always be faster by a few marginal watts. We can debate the puncture resistance all we can, because I've had too many catastrophic failures to go back at the moment. But what I'm looking for is, a 250 gram tire and a 28 plus a 25 gram, TPU tube. We're talking 275 grams altogether, and versus a 280 to 300 gram tire versus the 70 grams of sealant. So again, perceived speed is, for me, the ability to spin up, to hold speed. It's easier to turn the cranks over. It's easier to snap the bike. For me, I feel that little bit extra drag, when I'm accelerating. Now, when you're at speed, I would say it's probably on par, if not maybe tubeless might be a little bit faster because the data says that. Again, marginal gains, couple watts, 2-3 watts. Can you feel that? Great for you. Excited for you. I can't feel that, but I can feel the extra weight on the rotating mass, the outermost portion of the wheel. When you go to spin that up, that unsprung weight, just like my good old days in drag racing, you wanted a smaller tire, you wanted a smaller wheel so you can spin it faster than you can a larger mass. So that's something that I can perceive in my legs. Whether you can or you cannot, that's fine. I just was kind of replying to some of the feedback that I've gotten, and I guess I wasn't clear enough, so I apologize. Was not trying to debate the data. The data is clear that tubeless is king when it comes to rolling resistance. However, when it comes to how I ride in my group, I'm looking for the ability to have as much less weight on the bike as possible when it comes to the rotating components. You know, here we are looking at, you know, everybody's like, oh, I'm gonna get Dura-Ace, I'm gonna get SRAM Red, right? 200 to 250 grams more than an Ultegra, and you're gonna spend over $2,000 more to have 200 grams on a Ultegra 12 speed versus Dura-Ace. So you're looking to save 200 grams, you're willing to spend over $2,000, if not more, $2,500 more for that extra 200 grams. And I'm showing you, you know, times 2 tires here, how you can basically save that weight. And again, that's for me personally. You know, I'm looking for that lightness and the ability to spin over those wheels versus the overall weight of the bike. You know, because again, well, the area that I'm in is predominantly some flat roads. But I just wanted to kind of be more clear on how I was trying to describe the feeling that I get when I'm riding a TP YouTube and a clincher tire like a GP5, which is 250 grams, or if you're looking at the Corsa Pro in 28, which is a tubeless / tube type tire at 280 grams, it still feels pretty damn good utilizing a very light TPU tube. And again, because it's so light up against that cotton casing, it just feels really, really good. So I would say it was probably a little bit less comfortable than tubeless, but for me, the trade-off for me for 2 or 3 watts of savings, you know, on the long-term, you know, time trial, which I'm not riding, I like the ability of having a lighter setup, you know, still while utilizing a 28 tire on the bike. So I just wanted to be clear. I was not clear enough, and I apologize. Again, I'm not trying to debate the data, but I'm just going by how I feel. You might feel differently, and that's your opinion. I just wanted to be more clear so we can clear that up. So awesome. Appreciate the feedback, guys. I love the dialogue. Keep it up. Thank you.